Pacific Northwest Motocross. Are you ready for the 30 plus 2 podcast with Gravy and Gate Drop? Let's go!
All right, Tuesday edition of the 30 plus 2 podcast with Not Gravy and Gate Drop. It's Lexi and Gate Drop.
Yes.
As you can tell, Lexi, still haven't updated that. We'll update that in like 2025 when you've got your own show and Grayson's back, maybe. Anyways, episode 27, you're still here. You told me before the show. First off, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good.
Sweet.
How are you?
You know how I am. Christoph's Christophing. We're doing like multiple things all at once here and there. First off, you told me before the show you start school tomorrow. Like, who starts school on a Wednesday?
The middle of the week, and we go to school for 3 days, and then we have Labor Day.
So then you like show up on school like what, on the following Tuesday?
I think so.
Okay, so it's like, hi, welcome. We're here for school. These are my teachers. Here is your locker. Okay, get out here.
Well, we don't even have lockers.
What?
We have to carry everything around all day, and we have 8 periods.
Is this like a new thing where they just got rid of lockers like altogether? What is this craziness?
We have a gym locker, but we have to share it, and it's like tiny, so you can't put like any notebooks.
Do you go to like one of those old timey schools like out in like the fields where it's like got 4 desks and you have to like share pencils and like write on chalkboards? Like what's the program here?
I wish, but it's like a brand new school. I think it's been like up for like 7 years.
Okay, I guess I don't know. Maybe they deemed lockers racist or something. We're wilding out. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit of recap of 125 Dream Race, which Lexi has no knowledge or anything about. No offense. You've never done it. We'll get you there. We're racing to win time. We got Top Gun coming up this week. It's going to get extra crazy starting tomorrow for me because that's literally a 5-day event when you like put everything together. I know you have grandparents weekend on Labor Day. Is there ever a chance to convince your grandparents to have you do Top Gun?
Well, I bet I can get my papa to let me do it because he'd be like, oh, I want to go to the track too. So we'll see. Maybe next year we can convince him and do it.
What if I just like make some more like for 2025, like, you know, how they do like the whole like intros for Monster Energy Supercross, and we'll just have you like with like whites and smoke and whatnot and be like, introducing the number 73. She rides for a Mack truck and Gate Drop KTM. It is Lexi Y on the KTM. And then we like just like make a whole intro and you like just come out like blah blah blah. Like
they would love it.
That'll work, right? Yeah, your grandpa would be like, that's my granddaughter. Yeah, so recap of the Dream Race. We have Mike Comer on tonight from Dirt Bandit. I was today's years old that we've crossed paths like multiple times without me even realizing. So, yeah, here we are. He let Jaylee Gallagher ride his CR250, and Jaylee won it, beating Tara Geiger and Rusty Gates. Rusty was going to ride an 85, Lexi, but when it came to Horsepower Hill, the 85 did not want to go up the hill. It was the weirdest thing. She would go up the first part of Washougal. You've been to Washougal.
Yeah.
And then it would just bog and die. Like right going up. It would be like, burr, 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 burr. And then she'd have to pull off. She's looking at the bike like, what is going on here? Goes out into the field, rips it around like Carson Brown. And then comes back, goes up to the Horsepower Hill again, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you know what? I'm done. I think she like picked the bike up, threw it in the trash can, said, we're done with this. Hopped on her dad's Yamaha, which has way too soft suspension for Rusty. And she did pull the start. And Yeah, gave Jay Lee, a run for her money. Geiger's just, it's Tara freaking Geiger, like Red Bull athlete, just out there moto momming and just shredding. Won the first moto, had an issue in the second moto. Gallagher gets the win, so hats off to Gallagher. 2 strokes, like besides your 85. I know you've converted the 4 strokes. Like for you, do you notice much of a difference from 4-stroke to 2-stroke when you're riding and racing?
Well, my biggest thing was engine braking, knowing when to shift, because I went from KTM 50, 65, 385s, and then a 125, and all of them were 2 strokes. So I'd be like, oh, shifting up and down constantly.
Yeah.
And 4 strokes, you just kind of let it ride with you, and it's a lot different. And it took me a while to like get used to like starts and ruts when it just pulls it for you and you're not trying to shove it through all the ruts. But I really like my 4 strokes so far.
Well, I started on a CRF 50, so I was already like born and raised on a 4-stroke. I mean, yes, CR 50. We're really putting in the scientific like stuff on a 50 right now on how I like adapted and overcame the challenges. But then I did the 2-stroke thing. But I hopped on my dad's Husky 250 2-stroke once after riding my Yamaha 250 before I retired like Brett Favre, and I was boner airing that 2-stroke like left and right. I was coming in the corners way too quick because I relied on that engine braking. I'm like, well, I haven't rode a 2-stroke since 05, probably before your existence. So like
way before.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm old. Remember what I showed last time? Just me in the room, So yeah, I was not used to 2-strokes, so I would imagine Jaylee probably had to get. I did ask her during the race, like not obviously she's racing, but between races, like how's it feel being on a 2-stroke? She's like, wow, this is way different compared to like her Husky, and she had to adapt. It was a little stiff for her, but I mean, you ladies kind of weigh like feathers compared to us, so I totally understand like suspension, but yeah. Let's throw in a little bit of recap of the main event, and I'll bring on Mike from Dirt Bandit, and we can talk about everything that happened.
Awesome.
Woo!
Looking squeaky clean out front early. Ryger got all kinds of action right behind him. It looks like that's the all right, your leader underneath the flagpole. Taylor looking squeaky clean. Running his Loretta Lynn edition Fox racewear. Summerlin still working on Ryger. Still there for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Oh, look at that. Summerlin to the outside. Didn't get the triple. He's got a little bit of more momentum. Ryger gets it. It goes down to the south part of the track here. Watching great racing. Pillar looking solid, still out front. Now Summerlin. Summerlin face down. Pillar, that's going to be a hard task to do here in Pillar's backyard. As he knows where all the pedals and all the reps are. Nonetheless, great ride. Making this part of the whole shot challenge. Here comes Pillar. Summerlin hopping into the roof. So we'll see if alright, here we go. Summerlin. Rigger to the deep side lane. Seems to be thick. Summerlin shaking away. Rigger pulls back up behind him. Some slinky action going on. Across the pass, can Summerlin come back? 5. He goes to the outside, and now he sees what a moto here. And across the finish line for the checkered flag. And man, what a great push, a great battle there for Chase Larson.
All right. And that's a recap. And Mike, you're on. Welcome to the 30 plus 2 podcast. Welcome to that rough edit of the main event. I literally put that together in like 3 minutes. So sorry about the shakiness. I got colored. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Pillar won. Riggert got second. Summerlin gets third. Mike, first off, what did you think of the 125 Dream Race? How many times have you gone? Has this been the best one yet? Yeah, one sec. Your audio is like really quiet. It's like super, super quiet. See what we can do to fix that. I got you maxed out. I don't know what works on your end here. I don't know either. I'm not a computer guy. Well, I mean, we can sort of hear you. I have another idea. Are you on your computer? Yes, I am. Here, log in on your phone. I'll send the link to your phone and we'll just do that. All right, one sec. All right, well, that was technical difficulties, typical Christoph here with his technical difficulties. We'll try this again. Anyways, Lexi, while we're waiting. Oh, wow, you're frozen too. Congratulations, Christoph. Everything's broken. All right. Welcome to the 30 plus 2 podcast where we just have everyone just drop in and out. So we're just gonna our budget cuts have been going and here we are. So Mike's gone, Mike's back. All
Is
right.
that better?
Yeah, that's better. We just don't have your face. That's all right.
That's fine. You don't want to see me anyway.
Yeah, well, it worked out for the moment, and then Lexi disappeared too. So I'm like, welcome to the 30 plus 2 podcast where you're just with yourself, Christoph, and I'm just talking to myself. So
there you go, just all by yourself.
We're taking Steve Mathis's Pulp and X janky radio station pulp. We're taking it to a new level on janky here.
There you go.
Well, my question, we'll jump back into it. We'll rewind a little bit. What did you think of the Dream Race this coming year? Welcome, by the way. And do you think this has been the best one yet? How many times have you attended?
Well, this is the first one that I've been to in 4 years since 2020. I went to 17, 18, and 19, and when we were a vendor this year, he was riding my bike this year, so this one had to be the most exciting for us. I mean, the most fun for sure, but all of them are a good time. It doesn't matter what's going on. The Dream Race is the best moto event that there is as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it definitely, in my opinion, it's been a fun ride, and I give mad props to the whole 125 Dream Race crew. Like, now that I've thrown myself in promoter role as well, it is not easy pulling off a wicked fun event like that and have like everything go right and everything. Like, the weather was even like a concern at one point. People were like, I don't know, but I was like, hey, if you were here the previous weekend for Classic 7, Washougal can literally take anything. Like, someone just needs to hit them with snow now and see if we can like achieve like, doing a race on snow.
For sure, the weekend before was just so gnarly. That Saturday night rainstorm was the gnarliest thing I've seen at Washougal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
With everything that you've transitioned over to Dirt Bandit now, taking the role from Josh True, who passed it on to you guys. General question before I just have Lexi jump in and interrupt me here. Like, how's the season been going for you business wise with Dirt Bandit being at Classic 7 and Dream Race?
It's been great. It's been good to get the product, but he's been great at getting it back, and everybody's happy that it's back. And so we've just been busy, and it's been awesome. It's been a good time.
Nice. Which was more successful, Classic 7, Dream Race, or I know you were at Norks too. Do you have any that really was wow, definitely good for on the business front?
The Loretta Lynn qualifier at Washougal was gnarly. It was raining, and we did a crap ton of business. It was busy.
Nice.
What is it one of your biggest products that go out every at the races?
We just have the soap, and that's it. Just the Dirt Bandit soap, and then we sell some sprayers, but just the soap in general. Everybody is glad that it's back, and now that we took it over from Josh, we use it on everything, just not washing our bikes. We use it in laundry, on our gear. We use it to wash our car. My wife uses it to wash her shoes and stuff, and we use it for everything.
The Dirt Bandit, the all-purpose tool. You're like the new OxyClean guy. We could make some commercials with you at at our next event and be like, "Hey, Mike here from Dirt Bandit."
Can we use it for everything? It's amazing.
So jumping back into Dream Race, what part of the weekend was your all-time favorite part? You had Whole Shot Challenge, you had Show and Shine, which I forgot to take photos of you for, my bad. You had the actual racing day, you had practice, band, so much going on. Is there one part of the weekend that you could pick from, be like, all right, this is the reason why I came?
The best part was when Jaylee and beat Tara and won the overall. That was the best part of the weekend for us, for sure.
That's awesome.
She definitely brought it. Lexi, what do you think about just Jaylee jumping on Dirt Bandit backed bike and just smoking the field?
I think it's awesome. Jaylee is such a tough competitor, and she's always there to be at top, and she's one of the nicest ones around, and it's so cool to see her just jump on a random bike and do so good.
Yeah. Mike, did you feel a little like Bobby Reagan from Star Racing, watching your bike literally straight out there and take the W?
No, it was pretty cool. I mean, it was exciting, like I said, and it was cool. We tried to do it a couple years earlier on my CR 125, and I just couldn't get it to. I got it done the night before the Dream Race, and we just couldn't get it to run right, and it was kind of disappointing and everything. And when Jaylee, the weekend before, when Jaylee said she was interested in riding a bike, gave her one of my bikes that I had, and yeah, it was exciting for sure.
Nice.
That's awesome.
How'd that all come about? Did you just eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I choose you to race my bike? What was the whole process of getting Jaylee on the bike?
Oh, I had that 01 CR that I'm trying to sell, and her dad, Justin Jaylee was trying to talk me into buying that so she could ride it at the Dream Race, and I said, I got a better one to ride than that, and so I went and talked to her, and I said, your dad said you were looking for a ride for the Dream Race. I have this bike you can ride if you want to, and she said sure, and so it just worked out that simple.
Nice. She even color branded herself with her fly gear to make it look just sleek out there.
Yeah, she mentioned that she was gonna have to bust out the red gear so it matched the bike.
It looked really good.
What bike did you end up choosing in Show and Shine? And explain your whole trophy that you did. How did that kind of come about?
Well, when we decided we were going to be part of the Dream Race, I talked to Joey, and I was just like, can we make a pick and build a trophy for this Show and Shine? And he said, yes, of course. And I just browse eBay all the time looking for bike parts and deals, and that cone pipe on eBay, and then for a good price, and And then I just browsed over it, and then I was like, oh crap, I should have picked that up for a dream race trophy. And I went back and I couldn't find it, and then I found it a couple days later and picked it up and just cleaned it up and made the trophy. And then when the show and shine, I mean, there's so many bikes there to choose from, and I picked that vintage Husqvarna there. And my uncle used to race desert races on a Husky, so it was I kind of liked those older Husqvarnas. So my wife thought that was pretty trick, so we just picked that one for sure.
Nice. Go ahead.
What's your
Lexi.
background besides like being with Dirt Bandit? Like, were you a racer before, or did you just ride for fun and then this opportunity came up and you took it?
Like I told Steven, I think it was Friday night we talked about it. And yeah, I was just play road around my house growing up on dirt bikes, and then I live in White Salmon, and a kid moved over from Hood River, and he was all wood, and he was like, "Man, you're pretty fast. You should go to Washougal and do some racing." So then I started going to Washougal and racing all the time. I think I raced 91, 92, 93 at Washougal, and then got out of high school and went in the military and did all that stuff, and kind of grew up, and then came back and started riding again. Just love motorcycles, that's for sure.
That's awesome.
Fun fact, Lexi. Mike would go to Mountain View on, what was it, a Harley? What kind of bike was that?
I have a Yamaha Roadstar. It's like a heritage Softail Harley, but it's a Yamaha.
Yeah, he would show up, have his dirt bike on a little trailer behind his street bike, ride in the Mountain View, get geared up, and just go out and shred. And I'm over there on my KTM, like, this dude just rolled up on a street bike, like, unloads out of his trailer, like, super, like, everyone usually uses trucks, but Mike's like, I'm different. And then goes out there, shredding corners, loads it back up, rides back off, like, toodaloo.
Lots of seat time there and back.
Oh,
yeah. Do you ever get tired of riding or what?
Well, I haven't rode the old street bike to the moto track in a while. It's been so hot. The AC on the way home is kind of nice in the truck, but I need to break out I need to break out the cellar again for sure.
Yeah, we got to bring that the whole riding your dirt bike to the track on your street bike back, because I definitely caught attention. I mean, let's think of the branding here, Mike. Like, you could we could get you a whole kit on the street bike as well. We can get like a flag that like waves behind. Like, we could just make it the ultimate, like, just like how those biplanes are like flying with banners behind them. Like, we could do this for you on the road.
That's how a lot of people remember me, is from the street bike at the track for sure. That's how I've met a lot of people for sure.
I know a lot of people came up and was like, "Oh my gosh, I've never seen that before."
No, I mean that's it's definitely an eye catcher when you come into the track and you're like, wow, that dude just rolled up on a street bike with his dirt bike. Never seen that before. Definitely different. Couple questions left for me before I let you carry on your way. I don't know what you do in White Salmon other than, I don't know, hang out. Like, what is there out there for you?
There's all kinds of stuff in White Salmon. I mean, I work out of town, so I leave my house Sunday night and I don't come home until Friday night. So I haven't lived at home in 16 years now. So it's been pretty gnarly, but there's everything to do in freaking. It's like the windsurfing capital of the world, and then you can freaking drive like 45 minutes up the road and go skiing at Mount Hood, and you can go kayaking and stuff. You can do all that stuff in the same day if you wanted to.
Nice. Okay, well, you're gonna have to send White Salmon, like city center or whatever council, like that you just gave them the ultimate like recap of the tour, and like send your invoice to them so they can help you out there.
There you go.
Whole shot challenge. We talked about Husky, whatnot. What do you look forward to if you had to pick one? I know you've been a little broad, so I'm giving you the challenging questions. If you had to pick one that you're looking forward to next year for Dream Race, which part of the Dream Race are you looking most forward to?
I'm in the process right now. I found my original 92 RM250. I'm doing a frame up on that, my original race bike, and got it back. I'm doing a frame up on that, and I had to have a match in 125, so I have an RM 125 and 92 as well that I'm doing a frame out. I'd love to get both of those bikes done and put them in the show and shine for next year to go with my twin Hondas.
That would be
Well,
awesome.
yeah, there was definitely a bunch of cool bikes out there. Yeah, if you're gonna put two in there, I mean, man, I wish I could find a couple of my two strokes, but I think they're all like in a barn or blown up at this point.
How many bikes were in the show and shine this year?
There was a lot of them. I never counted per number, but there was a lot.
I want to say like 30, 40, Mike.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would probably say close to 40, if not more. There was a lot there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Lexi hasn't done the dream race yet. Unfortunately, she blew her foot off like at Fossil Bowl and kind of ruined her whole summer. So we're looking 2025 as the rebound year for her. And I'll just, continue doing photos and be fat on the sidelines. So
yeah.
Well, Mike, anything else you got, Lexi, for Mike before we let him continue on his night?
I don't think I got much more.
All
right. Check out the Dirt Bandit product. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
For green.
Right. Nah, there's tons of great products, and since you're super moto oriented and whatnot, that whatever supports our motocross industry, that's what we love doing. Mike, for anyone that wants to follow your business or for anything Dirt Bandit related, where can they go check everything out?
Mainly Instagram right now. We're working on. We had to rebuild the website and stuff because it was inactive for so long. So we're in the process of that, but I'm on Instagram all the time. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me or message me. And then, yeah, I'll get back to you all. I mean, I'm at Washougal pretty much for all of the events there. We're not going to make it this weekend for the Top Gun series because we got some family stuff to take care of. But we'll be in Spokane for the Spokane Arena Cross here in a couple of weeks. The Mountain Moto Coast dealer of mine up there in Coeur d'Alene. So we're going to go up there and see all of our Dirt Bandit friends on the east side of the state. And, yeah, have some fun.
Sweet. Well, thank you for jumping on here, talking a little bit about Dream Race and whatnot. We were trying to get Joey on, but like we talked earlier off air, Joey's been wanting to ride his dirt bike a lot, so I don't blame him at all. After a huge event, putting that on, you got to get a little throttle therapy.
Yeah, it looked like he was at Mountain View for a Two Wheel Tuesday, and it looked like it was a good looking track. So I'm sure he's out there having a good time.
Oh yeah, and Joey still shreds. Like I think he doesn't low key doesn't talk about it, but he can definitely twist the throttle.
Oh yeah, he lays it down out there on the track for sure.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Mike. I will see you when I see you.
All right, man. If you need anything, feel free to reach out like always. And thanks for having me on, and we'll talk.
All right. Sounds good. Have a great evening. Thanks for coming on. We're going to do a quick commercial, and we'll get back into future stuff.
All right. Bye now.
Lily-livered, bow-legged varmints care to slap leather with me?
Say when.
After a year break, the riders and teams are anxious to race against each other once again. Top Gun Labor Day weekend returns to the legendary Washougal MX Park. Join us August 30th through September 2nd at Washougal MX Park for the 24th 509 Off-Road Top Gun Team Shootout presented by U.S. Air Force Special Warfare. 3 days of racing and bonus events. Who's gonna grab the trophy and all the bragging rights? Over 15 teams fighting for the glory. Will your team be at the top? Sign-ups open at PacificRacingMX.com. You do not want to miss this event. Top Gun, Washougal MX Park, Labor Day weekend.
I'm coming to see you.
All right, I'm just hitting you with the one ad because I'm pretty sure I've saturated the entire universe of Gate Drop Showdown talk. I mean, if you're not going, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever.
Everyone should be there.
I know. You're literally crutching. No vehicle at all. You're crutching on Interstate 5
way over
all the way
there.
down. You better start right now because it might take a couple weeks to crutch. You just like
I better hitchhike a few times. That'd be a long way.
put the thumb out. I'm just a little blonde lady trying to get a ride to Albany.
It's like 4 hours away from my house, so it's probably 3 weeks if I'm walking, crutching.
I mean, if you use the Google Maps application and you switch to like the walking feature of it, it'll tell you how long it takes you, and then I think you got to multiply that by 3 with crutches. So good luck.
Yeah.
Well, just a further recap, Dream Race. Thanks, Mike from Dirt Bandit coming on. Check them out, Dirt Bandit products. We have a ton of sponsors that literally do so much in the Northwest when it comes from vendors to parts. Obviously, JMC Motorsports, big supporter of the entire Northwest. I'll just even do free shout outs like Little Smokies was there doing all their Little Smoky stuff with merch. Caldwell Company. I'm really spacing on the Ale House that was there. Wow, sorry. But he was there helping a bunch with Dream Race. 125 Dream Race merch. Megan and Joey had a bunch of cool stuff out there. Obviously, Dirt Bandit was there, and a couple others. Sorry that I'm missing your names, but yeah, Mikey Pillar, not the best Loretta Lindsay had. He kind of had some issues crashing and whatnot, but to rebound, take the big, huge wood trophy that Joey personally carves out on his own. Mikey Pillar takes the overall. Definitely a good turnaround for you after, Loretta Lynn's going not the best how you wanted to. I know you weren't there, so you don't have much to really kind of reference, but yeah, it was pretty fun watching the battles. Riggert got second. He was battling with Summerlin, who's won in the past. So top 3 went Pillar, Riggert, who graduated from Gate Drop. So I felt extra like, yeah, let's go, bro. I've been supporting you since 65s, and he finishes second. And then Dylan Summerlin grabbing that third. What's going to be the 125 prep for you for next year for the 14th annual, Lexi?
Well, I have my 125 XC that I had from 2021. So we'll get that all ready, and me and my dad will ride it. And we're thinking about getting an older 125 and fixing it up and having it for next year too.
I mean, old bikes. Are you trying to do the Carson Brown route here? I mean, I don't know if you saw in his latest video, he was riding like a KDX Kawasaki for an enduro event. Obviously, that's not a 2024. Like a couple people are doing some older bikes. Walker Knopp was out there on a CR80 for practice on his Honda, and you don't see those two around. That's like seeing a dinosaur in like live timing now, live this present time.
Yes.
So what year
we went to VMD in Ohio, and my sister even raced and she loved it, and so we're gonna try to do some of those. Like, I know one of my favorite all-time tracks is Ward Creek, and you can't race there unless you have a vintage bike, so you can only practice. So I was like, well, maybe if we get a vintage bike, I can go ride there more. So there's a few opportunities I want to do on older bikes. I think that'd be really cool just to have and play around on.
All right, well, keep me posted. There's going to be a lot of video series next year with Gate Drop Productions, so I guess we're going to have a Lexi channel. We're going to have a Fife channel, 25 for 25, when we go to Loretta's and hopefully take names with Zane Fife. Got some rough, like not even penciled in drafts with JMC stuff. So I'm going to be busy. I might have to quit Fred Meyer. They just went on strike. They messaged me. I'm like, cool story, bro. Really don't care. But yeah, lots of video work.
Good.
So you haven't gone to Top Gun. First off, I do want to say get well soon to Ted. Ted had something happen to him. He's still going to be there, but yeah, he was in the hospital for a couple days. Yeah, so I just want to say get well soon, Ted, and we'll see you at Top Gun. Never want to hear someone get hurt, and yeah, he got the wrong end of the bowl there. So he's still showing up, so we're going to have
good.
fun this weekend. And yeah, we're back at Washougal. It's always a fun time. Pit bike racing. Like I said, like we said at the top of the show, we're going to have to get you to do Top Gun at least 1 year.
I will. One of my biggest sponsors right now, 509, is going to be there. And they're like, are you going to be there to race? I was like, no. Unfortunately not.
No, I'm still broken, but thanks for the support. Okay, I'm going to change the way the show's going. How's the 509 sponsorship been going? I saw you had a post with them at their headquarters and whatnot. Like, explain a little bit if you can. You don't have to give us everything because we're just a janky show with 10 people on. But like, how's sponsorship been going? What's the future looking like?
So at the beginning of this year, I was trying to find a different gear brand. I loved Fly. I loved how they looked, but my knees would always rip open. And it drove me insane. Like, my knee braces would just, like, completely just, like, tear them out. And I was like, well, I just want to be different. I want to find something else.
Okay.
And I started with the PRO series, and I was like, oh, I really like that 509 gear. It looks pretty good, and I don't see, like, anybody with it. So I went and talked to one of the guys at Airway, and his name is Phil, and he was like, yeah, if you want to try it out for one moto, try it out and see if you like it. And I did, and so I got in touch with their team manager, Kelly, and I love it. And ever since, I've been wearing their gear. Well, for the last 2 months I haven't, but I've been hanging out with them, and I went to go see him and actually meet Kelly in person last week, because that was super cool, and see around their headquarters. And 2025, I hope to keep going with it, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, we did a photo shoot, which I'm looking for right now.
Yes.
There it is. Let's see if I can throw it on here on the screen.
I love their different colors and how they don't really match anybody else.
No, like, it's clean. So you and I have that same similarity when it comes to wanting to be like, kind of like, everyone kind of runs same. Like, you know, you want to have somewhat of a difference. Here you are there. Wow, look at that. You got that 509 gear. I mean, this is your new Facebook profile. You're just like, yeah, what's up, 509? Mac 2 Gate Drop. Yes, you have it. But yeah. Not that many people rep it. And obviously, you're a fast lady. So, I mean, this is a win-win on both sponsorship side. They're getting good publicity. You got together with Gate Drop. So, yeah, you got all the photos and media covered, and we're just going to continue on the up and up, you know?
Yes. I just love it all.
Yeah, and it fits. Like, I went to FXR because I really wanted to, you know, be different. Not that many people ran like, when I jumped on FXR, I feel like I was like early to the party before everyone else. Now I got to go find something else if I ever decide to ride again. So
I was looking at FXR and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I saw like the one person, and then a month later everyone's wearing it, and I was like, well, now it's
now it would look like everyone.
Different.
Yeah, checkerboards are my weakness, but JMC's got new gear coming out. They're constantly working on gear, so they have their own gear brand now. I just did a photo shoot with Legacy Racewear. Another shout out to Aaron Davis, who's probably going to come on our podcast at some point. We did a photo shoot at the Dream Race, even though it was presented by Fox. That was kind of funny. They're all like, yeah, check out Fox. And we're like over in the corner, like shooting Legacy Racewear photos for like their next catalog.
Maybe Legacy can have a little side part.
It was funny. This way, like, yeah, they're talking about Fox, and we're over here like, yeah, give me the good stuff. Give me the good stuff. Yeah, move it, turn it. Okay. Might be a short show. We're only 40 minutes in. Yeah, Top Gun's coming up. Everything's gonna get super chaos. Sign ups
and
are still
the Gate
open.
Drop showdowns and
Gate Drop showdown. Should I just run the ad? You want to just keep talking about that and just, like, you know, lose all our viewers because we're talking too much about it? All right, I'm throwing the ad out. Whatever.
You ready for a jam-packed weekend full of racing and fun? This September 13th through 15th, 2024, the Gate Drop Showdown is back at Albany MX Park. After record crowds of families and friends, over 550 entries, we're bringing it back to pack the weekend. The JMC Motorsports Gate Drop Showdown 2.0, presented by Meitel Drywall, is coming up. Who's gonna battle it out and leave with the #1 place? Join us for an epic racing event, including the return of Hole Shot Challenge, Dodgeball, Short Track Racing, Stasic Racing, Parrot Kid Relay, Mom's Pit Bike Race, and the PW Challenge.
Back it up. Mom's Pit Bike Race?
Yes, Mom's Pit Bike Race, free for all the moms out there. Last year, 25 moms battled it out bar to bar and showed their kids moms can shred too. What about the PW Challenge? New to 2024, the PW Challenge is on. Which PW rider is going to take home the big trophy? What about the Women's MX class? Gate Drop Productions is paying out the WMX class once again and extending it to the top 5 overall. That's crazy cool. Come on out and make some bank. Regular racing Saturday and Sunday. Practice available on Friday. For all information, make sure to go to GateDropProductions.com and click on Showdown. You do not want to miss this event. Albany MX Park, September 13th through 15th. Sponsorship still available. Contact Steve and Christoph for inquiries.
All right, so the only thing not available on that shameless ad I just did, and there's no more sponsorships available, so sorry. Yeah, more contingency for the women's class because we have to change things. You know, I went on that rant last week about I don't care about your book and whatnot. Well, the further as you saw in my posts, I'm trying to protect you ladies, and I don't like when people tell me what to do. Sorry. I'm kind of a bullhead. I don't care. So we worked our way around it. The WMX class is now the ladies shred class. So you'll all get it and your contingency will figure it out. So any pro riders that happen to be men, this event's not for you. So go race other stuff.
Yeah, find something else.
Sorry. I'm trying to do what I want to do and I want to change the game. So sorry, not trying to rant some more, but here we are. But shout out Moto Moms. Are we gonna get your mom on a pit bike?
I don't know. She said absolutely not. I mean, I did the one
so
time
much
I
on the
actually saw
line.
her ride on my 85. She couldn't figure out the clutch and the brake, and she hit a little bit too much throttle and ran into the garage. And then she was really mad at me because I accidentally asked how the bike was instead of how she was. But so I think a little bit of convincing, and I think we'll get her on the bike.
I mean, hey, Moto Moms, calling all you Moto Moms. There's some baskets on the line from Land for Sellers. Put 2 and 2 together. We got Cowell Company jumping in on the free Moto Moms pit bike race for 4th and 5th. Swag from Cowell Company. And Just Be Farms, 6th, 7th, 8th. Just Be Farms. They do honey. They do stuff. They're going to bring some cool stuff. The Moto Moms are going to come out with more swag than their 4-year-old that just got yelled at for 4 laps and not going fast enough and not jumping the doubles. Come on, Jimmy. We need that championship. And Mom's over there no, they're like, this is a great event. So no, I'm dead serious. Thank you all our sponsors jumping in late and whatnot. I just got, you want to know if I could turn my camera around and see how stuffed my office is with trophies and boxes of stuff. Hopefully, I know my wife barely watches our podcast anyways, and she doesn't see the business transactions that go on the business side. Sorry, Lauren. But I kind of spent a lot of money, and there's a lot of boxes over here. So if you don't show up,
awesome.
You're going to miss out on a lot of stuff. 50 class has trophies for the top 3, big stuff, kind of behind over there. The PWs have trophies bigger than them. Trust me. I kind of looked at in an odd, weird way. I was like, all right, if a PW rider is about this tall, let me make a trophy this tall. So Yeah, I want to make them have to struggle or like carrying it, kind of like how Squidward's like trying to like carry that statue out of the
Yes.
like museum thing he's got for like the artist dude, and like knocks the head off on the top, and he's like, my
My sister, she might be showing up on my bike, which I'm not very happy about, but she took it for a little ride at Ward Creek and decided that that's gonna be her new favorite bike. So it'll be in the trailer, and hopefully she decides to ride the 125. But
I mean, what if you just like peer pressure that you could? No, this could be an upsell for you, Lexi. Be like, oh well, sister likes my bike now, dad. So I guess we need to get a new 2025. So
well, I already got told a while ago that she's taking over it, and I'll have to get a new one. She's like, well, I want them with the orange wheels. And I was like, okay, so this is how it's gonna roll.
we could get you another wheel set. I know a guy
Yes.
or a
Well,
gal.
then I went out in the garage and she's wearing all my fly gear, and I was like, everyone's gonna think it's Lexi Y, but no.
You're just over here, just like
I
Yeah.
wasn't even home one day and I got a call. So, Lexi, can I please ride your bike? I was like, we can make a deal. And then she agreed with it, which I was really hoping she wasn't going to. So, I mean, now she's riding my bike.
It's all right. You know, you're old news already. You broke your foot, never coming back. It's all over.
It's all done.
Sad. Here's my violin.
Well, I turned into my own physical therapist, so I've been doing some 3-minute stretches 3 times a day. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I still don't have any flexibility in my right ankle years later, but here we are. Any instant gravy mix questions you have for myself, or should I just rapid fire? I don't have anything, so I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, I think that you need to be in some of the Are you going to be in the dodgeball game?
I mean, I have to announce it. Last year, I almost got
can announce
beamed.
for you, and you can be in the game.
Okay, but Lexi, here's the issue. I can only like go forward and back. The way my knee's set up, I don't have side to side motion anymore. So I'm kind of like a robot where it's really good if you're going to hit me because like you just have to aim straight.
Well, I think that you would definitely be the person everyone would aim for, so I think it'd be pretty funny.
They were aiming for me last year as I'm on the mic. I'm over here like, ooh, ha, 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 got you. Ha, ha. And then they're like,
what if you won? That would be even cooler.
I mean, I'm sure I would just get dogpiled by, I don't know.
A bunch of 3-year-olds throwing it just straight at you.
Yeah, that'd just get weird. They're like, you're so cool. And I'm like, get away from me, kid. No, one of the coolest things that happened this weekend. I'm just gonna make Nixon LaRosa blush here. My little 314. He's watched all my YouTube videos with Tristan Pruitt, and Tristan was there racing, and he's like on his like Apple Watch telling his dad, "Oh my God, Tristan Pruitt's here, Dad. Tristan Pruitt's here. I'm serious. He's right there." Well, I got him hooked up with Tristan, got him an autograph at the end of his moto, and got a photo together. Like his whole world was made. He was just all like,
awesome.
like, he's all, and I told him before the moto, I was all like, hey, I will go get Tristan for you because he was a former gate drop rider. Mad respect to Tristan taking time out of his day to still come and see like the next group of gate drop riders. I'm like, I will get Tristan to come over here and you can get a photo and an autograph. He's like, no, you can't. There's no way. No way whatsoever. And I'm like, no, I'll get Tristan here. Like, I can just call him and he'll show up. He's like, no. I'm like, he was a former gate drop rider. I sponsored him since he was your age and height. And sure enough, like, rock on Tristan being super cool. He'll be at Top Gun, by the way. Like, comes down on his e-bike and like meets Nixon, does a whole photo with him. Yeah, it was pretty sick.
That's awesome.
You never know. That's one of my. I'm not feeling ranty tonight. Let's change. What does not grind my gears? My praise. It's really cool seeing our younger riders like really find a rider. And Tristan's not a pro yet. He's not Chase Sexton. He's like one of the fastest super mini riders. But like these riders really look up to each class. So just keep that in mind as a pro tip. Like when you're out there, you may be having a sucky moto or a really great moto. Like the younger generation is always looking up to you.
Always looking up.
So I know you got a bunch. Like how many riders do you have chasing you around and trying to get your autograph?
None of them, but there's a few like of the girls that I like love to like. A couple of them, they'll text me and ask for questions about riding and stuff. And again, Lindsay, she's really cool, and I always talk to her about how she's doing and the accomplishments that she's doing. Like she's gotten like this lap time to the horn that she's never done before, and it was amazing to see how a little bit of like talking to her when she can meet somebody and how they can look up to you in so many different ways.
Yeah. And then, I always feel like I always kind of chuckle like I'm just the media guy and announcer guy and promoter guy. Okay, I'm a lot of guys and one guy. I'm like 3 spirit. But like the certain ones, they just like follow me around like I'm Jesus. And I'm like, no, you need real Jesus. I'm not a great portrayal of Jesus here. I might be a moto Jesus, but I don't know why I sound like Elvis right now. But I heard. All right, show's off the rails once again. Do you have anything that grinds your gears? I know I got a little. I'm waiting for a cease and desist from Subway about. I went really deep on that one. Probably giving me the look when I go in.
Just school starting, having to be on crutches, and I'm extremely embarrassed to go on the elevator. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna get up to all the different floors of our school. But I am really hoping that it does not rain because Lexi in the rain on the cement does not go over well.
You're crutching and the hair fizzes all out. My life is over.
Or the crutches go outwards and I go down, which has happened only once.
What if you just like start hopping around and then someone like turns their like iPod or what? Wow, I aged myself. They're like, jump around, jump around.
I'm just hoping that.
Okay, well, what if you just go near the stairs and you just like do the hair? Whoop, you do like the hair flip, and like one of the boys like, "Damn, I'll carry you up the stairs." You gotta work it. I mean, come on.
Or I'll just leave. Like, teacher, I need to leave 5 minutes early, and then I'd be able to get up on the elevator to the next floor without anybody.
Teacher, I'm a cripple. Can I leave 5 minutes early?
I'm really glad that all my classes except for 3 are on the first floor.
Well, what if we just get you like one? Like I said, we could just go full Stephen Hawking for you with like an electronic wheelchair and just.
My dad was like, "We can get one of my uncles," and I was like,
"What if we like soup it up, like and it's like a dragster, and you're just like skidding through the hallways, just like drifting like Ken Block, just I'm here for algebra."
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. See, and like, like the stoner kids in high school would be like, "Whoa, that chick is so cool."
Or the emos would look at me and like hiss at me or something. I don't know.
The furries are like, meow.
Get in the middle of all the school fights because there's a lot of those.
Good luck with that. I'm so happy I dodged so many bullets since now I'm literally this guy. I'm just old Christoph over here.
I can't wait to get out of high school.
Back in my day, we had lockers and we had bells and we had the cheese-filled dough things that make you fall asleep during English. So
I will not eat school lunch, and that's Mom, can I please have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Oh, peanut butter and jelly time. All right. Well, we're just wasting time at this point. There's still people watching us. I don't know why. But coming up, I can't wait to see the full shot from your view. I know. I need Sarah. I need to post that video. Coming up, Top Gun. Let's wrap this up. Let's get back on the rails. Top Gun's coming up. If you have not signed up, you better do it quick because time's running out. And then it's my event. It's the Gate Drop Showdown. We have a 1 week break, September 13th through 15th. If you are showing up early and you happen to be watching this, please let me know ahead of time because I have some private event stuff going on Friday morning. And then please pay attention to rules. I don't want to be that guy. And also, I feel for Joey. Someone stole all of his banners and whatnot before the event even started at the Dream Race. And that just kind of you're ruining the party before the party starts. Please follow instructions and whatnot. I don't want to be that guy telling you or any of my parking staff like, hey, can you please move your stuff over just a little bit so the next guy can park next to you? Don't take off more than you can chew. Albany's got limited parking. I want to make this as fun as possible. So please respect what's bannered off. It's bannered off for a reason. If you have any questions or concerns or whatnot, feel free to come address me when I'm there, and we will make it work because the goal is to have absolute fun. Yes, the championships are cool and all. They look like Hayden Deegan's championship this year. And we all want to have fun, great battles and whatnot, but we don't need a party pooper pooping all over the party. So
Nope.
It's going to be great. We'll see. We might have Ted Duvall on next Tuesday if he can figure out phone stuff and whatnot. But yeah, get well soon to Ted. Like I said, I'm not going to go into too much details out of respect for his wishes. He's got some fun stories to tell you at Top Gun. But yeah, he'll be there. And yeah, thank your promoters that are really working hard because it is not an easy job.
Nope.
All right, Lexi, for
Awesome.
anyone wants to follow you, as I use at the end of every episode, how do they follow you?
Lexi Y on Facebook and le.xi_y73 on Instagram.
All right. And follow myself at Gate Drop _pro. If you want to keep sending missing reports and I miss you, Gravy, follow at Gravy _648 on Instagram. Once again, he's actually not balding, probably. He let me know. He's also not that old. Didn't get a description of his height. He refused to tell me his weight. It's kind of brown, orange hair. Not balding, though. Still haven't looked at his eyes. He was wearing black. That was the last photo. And yeah, last seen on 22. So, yeah. Just like Kenny Watson says, please come home. I miss you. All right. That's a wrap. We will see everyone next Tuesday on 30+2 Podcast.